Hey guys, what's up? Welcome back to another video. Today I'm back so soon. Oh my gosh, hi, I'm back. Oh, I'm here hanging out with Nachikins, by the way. So basically what you're about to see is I was hanging out with some friends. They also do animal videos here on YouTube, so of course when we hang out we do like animal things. So I'm gonna be voicing over basically the entire experience, just the interesting stuff. And if you speak Spanish and you want to see the full version, then check it out right here. If not, it's okay. I hope you guys enjoy this summarized version. I will see you guys really soon again with another video, and enjoy! Okay, so here I am with my friends. They were like, yo, Steph, you want to go visit this giant rabbit farm? And I was like, ooh, yes, let's do it. So that's what we're doing. That's what me and my friends do when we hang out, apparently. Finally, once we arrived, because it was kind of a long drive to be honest, we met up with these two. So these two are the ones that run everything pretty much and are in charge of everything. They were super cool, super nice, gave us a full tour and explained everything. Like, this whole visit was super educational and entertaining. Right off the bat, they showed us these tiny, adorable little balls of fur with long ears. So these little dudes were 18 days old. Look at how ginormous they are for 18 days old. Like, that's crazy. A lion head bunny at 18 days old would be around half the size. Here's a picture for reference. And right next to them, you can see the dad. So this is actually the dad, not the mom. And something really interesting that I learned that day was that apparently rabbit moms aren't on the babies or with the babies like all day every day. It's usually like once or twice a day that they actually go into the nest and feed them, which is so mind-blowing to me. I really thought they were like dogs, you know, that they're always just tending to the baby's needs and are always with them and feeding them. Apparently rabbit moms, not at all. So these are Flemish giant rabbits. They are a very, very, very large breed of domestic rabbits and are actually considered to be the largest breed of the entire species, so that's impressive. Because of their giant size, historically they were actually bred for meat and fur, but nowadays they're mostly pets for most people. And actually, you guys, I think they make excellent pets. Something that really caught my attention that day was that all the rabbits that they were bringing out for us to meet were super tame, and I was like, what in the world? How are all, like, they have hundreds of rabbits in this farm. I didn't really show the facility because one of my friends here that also has a YouTube channel actually filmed that for his channel. Really, I concentrated my content on meeting the rabbits, giant rabbits. But yeah, anyways, they have hundreds of rabbits in their facility and lots of different species, not just Flemish giants. And obviously, because this is a breeding facility, you can't really have that like one-on-one attention with each one and really spend like hours a day taming each rabbit. But every single rabbit they were bringing out was super friendly. You could pet them, you could carry them. They were really curious and just like absolutely not at all like, okay, I have rabbits myself, you guys know that, and my rabbits are little jerks, seriously, and they have human contact on the daily, you know. And I've met other people's rabbits and they're little jerks. Like, they growl, they bite, they go after you, they attack your feet. Like, these rabbits, not at all. I really do think they make excellent pets. I know most people actually lean towards like the smaller species of rabbits when they want a pet rabbit. You know, they'll get the mini lops, the lion heads, because they're really cute. They will literally look for the smallest one, like the little teacup ones, which actually don't stay that size, is okay, but that's another topic for another video. But yes, I think you can really kind of compare this to like Chihuahuas versus Labradors. So these rabbits here would be more like a Chihuahua, as to where these Flemish giants are like a Labrador in the rabbit world compared to like dogs. Like, they're so friendly, outgoing, adorable, but they're bigger, you know. Honestly, you guys, like, if you want pet rabbits, like, I really recommend Flemish giant rabbits. They are wonderful. So something that I found really interesting was that females of this species have like giant double chins or a giant chin, and it's humongous, and apparently what you want is the biggest one. We compared it to like flower horns and like goldfish, where they have these like growths. Typically breeders and customers like want the ones with the biggest growth because it really signifies like a better quality fish. It's a characteristic that's really sought after for the species. So it kind of applies to these rabbits as well. Females have growths. Like, I was under the impression that breeders like would breed the biggest ones to get the biggest offspring, but no, what they look for is actually body shapes. So they told me that even if a female is bigger, if a smaller female has a bigger chin, then they actually prefer breeding this one instead of the bigger one. And the same thing with males. What they look for in a male is a really broad head and a good body shape. So like, they have to have this little curve in their back that signifies a good quality rabbit, as well as a big head, big paws. And they actually prefer to not breed like the really big ones because they tend to be infertile or lazy when it comes to breeding. It has proved for them to be more problematic, so they really go based off of body shape and these characteristics. There is 7 Flemish giant varieties, so like different colors. Here they showed us light gray, blue, whites, sandy, fawn. These are the ones they had at the facility at the time. Oh, and by the way, whites, they kind of divide into 2. So you can have a white rabbit with red eyes, and there's also white rabbits with black eyes. So this baby right here that my friend is holding is actually only 1 month old. It's mind-blowing because this other gray one on the other end is only 2 months old. So look at that like growth difference. Literally in 1 month they double in size. So here we have a nest of babies. So first of all, we all washed our hands because we were petting other rabbits and had like the smell of other rabbits on us. We really don't want the babies to smell like other rabbits because then the mother could like kill them or not want to feed them anymore or care for them. So we all washed our hands, and now what they're doing is they're actually rubbing some of the fur in the nest on their hands so that their hands smell like the nest, not other rabbits, you know? And that's just really to prevent the mother from not recognizing her babies. What they do here is they kind of have to inspect every day that all the babies are there, that they're all alive. Sometimes they kind of wander away from the nest. So if one of them ends up on the other end of the nest, it could get cold, it could die without the heat from its siblings. So every day they have to inspect the nests. So these little babies are tiny but giants. Like, don't forget, these are newborns and look how big they are. That's crazy. So what they do is they have mother care for them, and at around 30 days old, that's when they start weaning them off of the mother and start introducing them to pellets and hay and everything. And about a week later, once they're fully weaned and have gotten used to their new independent lifestyle, then the babies will become available to the public. So I did ask them what kind of diseases they have to commonly deal with and stuff, and they told me about this virus that affected so many rabbit farms all over the world. So at around the same time actually that we had to start dealing with COVID and it became like this worldwide pandemic, the same thing happened in rabbits, in the rabbit world, and for them it's called rabbit hemorrhagic disease virus 2. So there was a type 1, but that was like controlled and stuff, and then this type 2 developed and it wiped out so many rabbits. It originated in Europe and then spread to Canada, from Canada to the US, from the US to Mexico. From what I was told, here in Mexico it's pretty much controlled because the government actually started vaccinating all the rabbits in all rabbit farms. So it didn't really spread too much here or do too much damage, but I know that in some rabbit farms they were finding like 300 dead rabbits every day, which is crazy and so sad. Thankfully that wasn't the case in this farm. They actually didn't have to deal with any deaths or losses. This disease started affecting domestic and wild rabbits. So for people that had their rabbits outdoors and they were being exposed to like birds and stuff, birds are big spreaders of diseases. I don't know if you guys knew that, but if you have a rabbit, like a domestic rabbit, and you let him in your lawn just roam and stuff, be really careful because this is a virus that is still spreadable. And if your rabbit is not vaccinated against rabbit hemorrhagic disease virus 2, then a bird or a scavenger or something that has been in contact with a wild rabbit with the disease can potentially be a carrier and then come in contact with something in your lawn. And then if your rabbit comes in contact with that area, your rabbit could potentially get sick as well. And there is no cure from what I see. The symptoms are like bleeding bleeding, you know, like internal bleeding. They'll bleed out of their mouths or nose and internally. Or other rabbits have shown no symptoms other than just sudden death. So this is really scary, and I just thought I'd inform you guys of this. If you haven't heard and you have rabbits, be careful where you let them roam. They also showed us some harlequin rabbits, which are really big as well. But Flemish Giants are still the bigger breed of the two. They can weigh 15 pounds on average and reach a length of 2.5 feet, while the ideal weight of a standard Harlequin is around 6.5 to 8 pounds. And they're just not as big. Like, they're big, but not as big. And so, yeah. So that was a really quick summary of my visit. If you speak Spanish, please go check out the Spanish video because it's a lot more detailed. The breeders just really educated all of us on everything. And, you know, also because I was there with friends, we joked around a lot and had some, you know, had a good time. So it's funnier. I can't quite transmit all of that with the voiceover. I tried though. So yes, I will see you guys really soon again. Let me know down below in the comments what you think about giant rabbit breeds. Like, do you think they make bad pets because they're so ginormous? Or now that I told you guys that they're super friendly, would you be like, okay, you know, I'd definitely consider it over like one of these tiny jerks? Let me know down below. Have you ever had one? Would you have one now that you've seen them? Do you think the size is an issue? Let me know.